Like I'm telling you, stories ziko hapa ni mingi. Mimi hata nimeshindwa nifuate gani. Make sure you subscribe, like this video. Let me know in your comment section. Actually, let me know what you thought about this house upon hearing it. Ama anything that you've heard about it. Let me know in the comment section below. Manze, hata mimi nimeshtuka because if I tell you guys the first time I was even so nervous of coming here. Nilikuwa nasema ama nitakuja alafu nikwame ndani. So you guys, you will not see me again. Because maybe I'll come from there and then niko possessed or anything. A lot of stories revolving around this place, and we just needed to see the truth or to put the light out there to the people who are saying a lot of stories concerning this place, especially the stories that are not even true. Because Ababu, from saying even wrong stories, this usually goes a long way with even putting off people wenye labda they can come to develop this place. Wanafanya sasa there is no more development because a lot of people are saying this house is haunted, there's a lot of thieves. Moment of truth, guys. So we are on moment of truth. I'm scared. Well, unfortunately, I knocked, but no one responded. Well, it's common to spot travelers making a stop, whipping out cameras for photos and selfies, you know? And after the famous Rift Valley viewpoint, this has to be the next most popular stop for wanderlusters. And from a distance, it could actually be mistaken for a 3D model presentation by an enthusiastic architect, you know? This mansion begs more stories than it actually answers them. And since I got contradicting stories on part 1 of this video, I decided to look for an OG or an origin of the Kajulu area to tell us the real story. Guys, it's official. I think just as the girls had told me that most of the time when you ring the bell, there's nobody who is coming to open the gate. So I think that's the thing. Hakuna mtu amekuja. And luckily, I met Mzee Jacob, who has been living here since 1978 during the Kenyatta time and was willing to give us the insights.
Hii nyumba imekawia. Na kwa ufupi nunua alikuwa Mwafrika lakini alipelekwa na mzungu. Sana sana hii area zamani ndio ilikuanga mbaya.
So I spoke with Mzee Jacob in length and he had a lot to say. So I just thought of paraphrasing so that I don't take much of your time. And I'll just beseech all of us to listen to this because after this, we're going to change the narrative of this famous, most photographed mansion. Number 1, this house is owned by an African woman who got married to a white man and moved outside the country with him. They live there. Number 2, she left people in charge of this house, so she didn't abandon it or leave it or haunted. There's nothing like that. She left people in charge of the house. Number 3, the house is not haunted. As people say someone was killed in. It was somewhere else where somebody was killed and they kept on confusing with this mansion since they never saw the woman living here. Unknowingly, she was married to a white man and living outside the country. Number 4, the factor about theft that is spoken by everyone. It's true there was a lot of theft in this area in the beginning because the houses were scarce. Most of the people who live here right now are actually people who bought their land here because the origins of this place moved to other areas and sold their lands. The reason as to why they sold their land is because this place, which is called Kajulu, is in close proximity with Kisumu city and it's also on a highway, which makes Kajulu area a hotcake. So people know that when they sell their lands, they'll get a good sum of money, which will make them to go buy a land, and if they want, they can even buy triple the land they owned with the money and still have the balance left. This is what Mzee Jacob said, and that's why you'll find a lot of people here are the people who have bought the land. And so initially, there were just a few people who had bought the land here, the owner of this mansion included, but currently a lot of people have actually bought the lands here and building, which shows there is improved security. And he also beseeched people to come here and buy land for more developments. But then he also warned, if you are buying a land, you have to be careful so that you're not sold a land that was already sold to someone else. So I got so curious when he told me that there are more houses and lands built here or bought here, and I thought, why not go see for myself so that I can showcase to you as well. And surprisingly, this is not the only house here. And you can even see right now the mansion's perimeter wall is covered in electric fence, which means top security. So you try come steal here, tashikwa. And even those who do not have electric fence, the security right now is top notch. Wangu sasa, we are walking in Kajulu. Just take a look at this is how it looks like, because I'm from walking on these weeds. Well, the people who live here in Kajulu live on a hill. That's why you can see a lot of stones here, which they have perfectly improvised. And as I moved to show you guys around, I came across some pieces of land which were on sale, which I was like, wow, this is a good deal. So would you wish to own a land here? Let's go. Let me show you your neighbors first, and then we can talk amenities and why you should be here. Ooh, you don't want to miss these. This is a view breathtaking, and that's Kisumu City. Uko. Let me zoom. This is our house over here. That's the road, and that's Kisumu City. And just as Mzee Jacob said, this is a fast developing area. Come, let me just show you. All these are houses that are being built here and lands that have been bought. You have neighbors already. And just like a few years ago when people were busy buying shambas, others were busy afraid, saying that this place is not safe. It's haunted. Now see, you have a chance to buy a shamba here right now before you come back again later to buy it with a much higher price. You can actually buy a land here right now and resell it later if you want to with a higher price, or as early as now start building estates. How great is that deal? A lot of people are buying shambas here, people are building, and let me tell you, girl, in the near future this is going to be and it's also next week on garden. People are really buying shambas, and you can even buy a shamba right now and resell it with a huge sum of money if you want, or you can even buy a shamba and build your estates here, because this is just near the road, you know, like this place is right now a hot cake. And with that being said, it will be so wrong for me to leave this place without giving you guys an opportunity to earn yourself a land, beautiful land on a hill. See that view? You don't want to miss this shamba with a view. You can actually build an Airbnb here, a hotel, a retirement home, factories, and even industrial areas to improve the youth economy. The investment, if you're into real estate, if you're into a beautiful view, you need a home, this is a place to be. And this here is 1 acre of land which goes for 9 million Kenyan shillings. But if you want a great deal, talk to me. I have my emails down below and I'm going to give you a great deal. And connecting you to real and authentic people, because you don't want to buy a land that you're being sold to like a third party. Beware of con men and women. On 1 acre of land in this place, just next to this beautiful mansion over here. So in the near future, this place is going to be something else. And right now, as we speak, this is a hot cake. And you have neighbors as well. These are the routes in here plus the one we came on. And if you need to know why Kajulu area, why you need to own a land here, well, this is a fast developing area. It's 10 minutes to Kisumu city. It is just next to Kisumu's 5-star hotel, which is Grand Royal Swiss Hotel. It is near the Kenya's most photographed mansion. There is a perfect view when you live here. This fantastic road network. You are near the airport. Not forgetting that this place is serene and in a good neighborhood. Let's go to land number 2. So this is the other land. So this is taken property, and this is the other land that is being sold, and you can see this one is taken already. Then you will have neighbors already, and this person has a view. You see, that's the road. So there's another property that has been sold, and this is another one, and that's the road. This is the second piece of land, which is half an acre and goes for 7 million Kenyan shillings. And as usual, if you want a great deal, hit me up on my email address. Let's discuss business. If you live in Nairobi, in the diaspora, kwanza people in the diaspora, go work in the diaspora, bring the money home, come invest here in Kajulu area, just like this beautiful lady who built this most photographed mansion. Come invest home. Let's develop this place and make it an industrial area. You know, this is not Nairobi, where you get a very small piece of land with a huge sum of money. Here you get a huge piece of land that goes hand in hand with the amount that you paid for. And forgive me, I forgot to tell you, this specific piece of land is next to Wicon Gardens. Woo, this is a great deal. Come grab yourself a land here and invest. Invest next to the most photographed mansion in Kenya. Woo! Bye bye, guys. And for those who've had different names of this place, leo mumesikia the truth, eh? This house is not haunted. This place is perfectly fine. Na kama kuna theft cases, a lot of them used to be kitambo, but hizi is much better.